Hi, Lucy. Hi, Reggie. I have another question for you today.
All right.
So, putting aside the legal requirement of adult age being 18 years, do you think that taking factors like mental capacity, emotional intelligence, psychological factors, do you think that taking all these factors into consideration, the person of 18-year-old should be fully considered?
Um,
Are you
yeah.
sure you're not supposed to be by this side of the table so that you can make your point very clear?
Yes.
Now, I like to say that, well, human developmental stage is changing. And in this current generation, I think, is it Gen Z or what they call
Gen
them?
Z and Gen Alpha.
A 12-year-old child is very grown. To be honest, very
True.
grown.
True.
My 6-year-old daughter is grown.
Yeah.
6, 12, 18,
Mhm.
30, 45. And I stand with those people that say that age is a number.
Agree.
You understand? Age is actually a number, because when you're comparing developmental stage of children, it varies from one to another. A child that, in my own generation, I used to think older than people within my age limit. You understand? And I had people that were thinking younger, people are thinking even more older than me then. So developmental stages of children varies one to another. But when it comes to the issue of marriage, marriage is a strong decision to be made, because you are talking about changing the life of an adult
Yeah.
or changing the life of a person. Everything about a human being changes when it comes to marriage. Why? Because at that point in time, it's no longer about you. You have to consider an external person that did not wasn't born the same day with you, perhaps, did not grow in the same environment with you,
Different
did
cultures
not have
and
the same
values.
upbringing with you, doesn't have maybe the same spiritual belief with you. Different values, different systems comes into place, and it's very confusing. I must tell you that even people at 30 still get it wrong in marriage. But I think the ball center now is we are trying to address issues around early marriage. Forcing a child under 18 or 18 to marry. And like the law says, 18 years is being framed as a legal year where anybody is mature enough, both reproductively, to marry. You understand? So I go with the law. 18 is a good time, because for an exposed child, educated child, you would have gone through different experiences. The problem now is also when we're talking about children that don't have the same equal access to education. You now come and tell a girl that has not gone to school to come and marry at 18. It becomes a problem, because the child might not know a lot of things. Their developmental stage might also be affected. That's why we are promoting that women should be prioritized. I can keep talking about this. I keep talking about this. It's a discussion that we need to have, maybe in series and
Ongoing.
series and series,
Yeah.
and bring in some very learned professionals. And if you're watching, be commenting, share your inputs, share what you think as IJ takes over.
Yeah. So I agree. I agree with her 100%. We're going to defer to the law and leave it at 18 years. But I think as well, social factor has a whole lot to do with development. And like she said, our generation, if you consider how we grew up and how they are growing up right now, the difference is 100. Like the difference is a lot. So social factor, and like she said, some people are not as exposed as some others. Kids have access to internet now. Kids have access to everything that's happening in the world, and it helps with their development. It helps them grow. It helps them mature. And you notice kids are asking questions now. They're being very, very inquisitive. So these are the things that help development. So yeah, let's defer to the law, but know that girl education is a must. Girl development is a must. The girl child has to be prioritized. Yeah, that's it.
I think children have to be prioritized.
Not just girl,
not
but
just
we
girls,
should also
because
know that if a girl has equal rights with the boy,
yes,
a girl is not to be in the kitchen. The boys should do the same thing
as the girls.
Yeah.
So gender roles now. We're talking about gender roles. But I feel that a child is a child, and an adult is an adult.
Yeah.
Let the child
Be a child.
be a child. Let the adult be an
Be an
adult.
adult.
And I think that we need to promote education, free and fair education, so that people are making decisions based on an informed status. So you're not pushing a child to become an adult when the child is still a child. You can say a child should go and marry, have children, when that same child can't even take care of themselves. You're not asking them to take care of another person. That's a whole lot of transformation, immediate transformation, immediate composition of our hormones, running everywhere. You see reactions coming everywhere because that child is not mentally, psychologically ready for that. So I'll say yes, the law stands, it's abiding, whether it's applicable in all instances or not. What the law says is 18 years. Now, then when you're now looking at psychological, that's what it will also varies. Even at, some children start developing at 8. When we were growing, it was around 10. But now, 8-year-old child, 7-year-old child is already well developed, start going to puberty stage and all whatnot, but the age limit is 18 years. Let your child enjoy their childhood. Please promote and protect children around you. Children are very valuable to us. They represent an holistic future that we see and we would want to appreciate. So let's provide them that equal playing ground, equal opportunity, and equal access to free education. Thank you.